There are local elections. Amazon HQ2 looms over us like a sort of Damocles waiting to suck our wallets dry.
Fucking sound here.
We have FOSTA, we've got NAFTA 2.0 with potential upload filters implemented by your ISPs who we all know and loathe. So, but there's only so many of us, there's only so much, only so many hours in the week, and we need to figure out where to focus our efforts. So that was the point of this part of the discussion is where should we focus our time? What interests are, what areas are considered most vital, and where can we be most effective?
I'd like to speak up on this particular one. I think networking with other groups has been vital. Our work with the MassCan and our work with other groups should continue. I think that's vital, as well as continuing pushing for the local office until we can build up more momentum to go for a larger office. I definitely agree with that vision. Of course, as my opinion goes, you guys can always tell me differently, and I'd be more than happy to listen to anything else. Where do you think we should go?
Me?
Anyone?
Well, I want to hear everyone else.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to have a private party group or watch, as I proposed earlier, on sex worker rights and FOSTA SESTA, especially since there isn't really an organized presence, at least in the Boston area. And I think if we actually start something within the party, we can draw people in and also encourage other groups to form and to create a coalition to address that. Also, if we develop the platform, because we've done a lot of brainstorming on that here today, if we polish that up and develop it more and put that out there, that's going to attract people who are drawn to certain issues, and they can do similar work on various issues and draw more people into the party.
So who's taking notes? Would you mind, Will?
Yeah, I wrote this one. I'll send it.
So obviously, even if somebody doesn't agree with us or our stance on it, I would love to have them come down and talk about it with us in order to try and persuade us one way or the other. We may not agree, but it would at least create an interesting dialogue where we could better have a better policies or policies that include rights for more people, as opposed to just favoring one side or the other. I really like our policies that we've hashed out today to really be a positive impact for the most amount of people possible. And so even if the policies that we include today or tomorrow or the day after that, so long as we keep it an open discussion, I think that's a real key issue as well, as far as I'm concerned.
Others?
Would anybody else like to add to it?
I missed that last sentence. Can you repeat that, the last,
So I guess I just want to keep an open discussion. I would like to invite people of rival parties, such as people from the GOPs.
Rival interests.
Rival interests. So I would like to see a healthy debate, debating people who don't agree with us, as well as people who agree with us. I mean, it's one thing to have somebody who agrees with us. I would like to get somebody on who doesn't agree with our stance on things to actively engage in debate. So that way we can really work through our ideas to make sure that they make the most sense. Because it's in my opinion that somebody who doesn't agree with me will be able to be less kind to me in my ideas and then get to the heart of the problem or the heart of the solution. So inviting a debate, I think would really, really help generate the dialogue that will benefit us. So reaching out to some GOP people, reaching out to people who wouldn't necessarily agree with us in order to invite debate, in order to create that conversation.
I think the idea of the conversation is good, less of a debate and more of a discussion.
I want to argue
Right,
with people.
because we have certain viewpoints, they have certain viewpoints, and only if we understand, understanding is a three-edged sword, your viewpoint, my viewpoint, the truth, so.
But I want to argue with someone.
No, you don't.
Well, you can argue with them, I'm not saying you can't argue, but rather than like, we have one person or the other, point, counterpoint, it's more of a discussion,
Yeah.
you know.
Just want
So-
to change you ignorant slut.
One of the things we've done a crap job about, and I've got to own this, is communication.
What?
And the horse you rode in on, no, I'm joking. And so I think between now and the end of the year, having either one or, coming up with some platform that pirates can kind of come in that's not IRC, where you have to be there in the moment and be able to collaborate. I don't know if that's Slack, I don't know if that's Matrix and Riot, I don't know if that's, I don't know if whatever other tools we've set up, but having something where people can kind of get on, become members, and then discuss things would probably be, would definitely be vital, and some way of making decisions. That is not just an IRC meeting on Wednesday night at 9:00, but can be done over weeks or months to be able to kind of hash out ideas. And
Such as a voting system?
yeah, we've talked about Lumio, but how we square getting everyone into that is a question, and we do ideally want to host, although that has attendant problems. And the other thing, we have these meetings once a year. Maybe it makes sense once a month, once a quarter, to go around the state and say, okay, we're gonna be at this library, or like, you people, you pirates in this area, like, when would you like to get together? And have pirates get together and hash out platform topics there, issues there.
Well,
Kind of move that around the state.
if you're cooking your burgers, I'll be there at every meeting. But I would be,
Libraries don't usually allow that, that's the problem.
yeah,
And
usually,
libraries are generally free.
usually. I would be happy, to go to a monthly meeting in person, if that will help generate interest, if you're willing to commit to that as well.
It'll depend on my wife,
Mine as well.
yes. Certainly quarterly, definitely quarterly.
Definitely quarterly. I am fine with committing to whatever we need to in order to get this done. Is that something you guys would like to see, have us get together at least on a regular basis? We can,
And also form local committees of the party to talk about, for example, getting the word out on issues, possibly recruiting and training candidates, and so forth.
Well, we do have email lists with existing committees. And, whether email is the right mechanism or whether moving to something like Slack or its open source equivalent like Matrix and Riot, or other things. I don't know, we seem to have three, we have a Slack, which we don't use. We have, what's the thing set up?
the using the gaming Discord.
We have Discord, I set up a chat board, but haven't brought that to fruition. And then we've tried some stuff which has been really effective with Mass Mesh, with the matrix discussions, which are like Slack and like Discord. But haven't done much there. Is there someone with a burning interest in that?
Yeah. I mean, not burning interest, but.
Maybe,
Yeah, of course, yeah, Riot works for us, but if Slack works for you, or if Discord.
I only knew
But
about
I
the
need to know about it.
channel.
So,
Yeah.
Possibility is October, having one of our democracy tech meetings. And then getting together and going through the options or getting something set up.
yeah, it's free,
Yeah.
it's open source, it's decentralized. I think it works. I think it works pretty well. I think you can be flexible, and you can upload photos, and you can do everything else the other two do. There's no excuse for not getting on the chat, right? It's on your phone.
Right.
I don't know if it includes like voting, I don't know if Discord has voting, or if there's.
Discord just has a chat channel, and the thing that's nice about Discord is it makes it a lot easier for us to stream to YouTube. So we could easily, one of the things with Discord, and if we're doing stuff over Discord, is there's actually bots and stuff we can implement into it. So there's the possibility of coding into a voting system, but more importantly, when we're talking on the Discord server and we're running YouTube, we can it'll pop up with the title or the screen name of whoever's on the Discord. So that way, as you're talking, it pops up. The thing is that Discord kind of got shot down when we started doing Hangouts, Google Hangouts, which was a much cleaner platform for showing who's talking and showing and everything like that, and it streams very nicely to YouTube on top of that. So the problem with Hangouts, though, is that there's no voting system.
We could do the vote, we have a Lumio instance, we could actually try and use that. Although we've got over 400 people on our periodic email list. I think Lumio limits you to 100, I'm not sure.
So another possibility is we could set up a simple web page for the voting system through just the Pirate. There's a
Yeah, but
couple-
Lumio has more than just the voting. It's
Okay.
also the, here is a proposal, comment on proposal, that type of thing. Maybe we could do that how about we could look at that if we have a meeting in October to figure that out? We can just look at the things and test them out, make a decision and go. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for joining.
And you as well.
Welcome. Sorry.
I'm Joe. Nice to meet you.
So, for folks, if you haven't signed up, please do. If you want to give a donation to help defer expenses, that would be great. By the way, folks who are viewing this recording, you can go to masspirates.org and you can donate from there too. Other thoughts about where to focus our effort? There's so much evil in the world, be it the end of net neutrality, Trump, FOSTA, EU going off the deep end into a way weird copyright land. We're never a dull moment, but there's only so much we can do.
There is, so we definitely need your help.
Why, thank you. But, we also have open positions if folks are interested in taking on responsibility.
When is our next vote on?
Our next election,
Yes,
we should do that.
so coming up very shortly, very soon.
We should, yeah, we should probably, yeah, we should definitely do it before the end of the year. And we did it last time, we did a very good online system that, Steve, do you think that worked pretty well?
I thought it was reasonable.
And seemed secure enough. So we should go back to that and have an open call for people to run. Any other observations? Like let me ask you this, what is the most pressing issue that concerns you? We'll start with you, Pete. Doesn't have to be a pirate issue.
I would honestly say the net neutrality, just thinking in the future, like 10, 15 years, 20 years down the line, like at what point do things get better? Like it seems like there's just been like things regarding net neutrality and internet and censorship in general, like they're just gonna get worse and worse and worse until like something happens. I don't know what that something is, but so I would say net neutrality.
We all have DRM plugged into our brain. Yeah, great.
Oh, you know. I'm concerned about sex worker rights and about foster cesta because you're dealing with people's lives, and the attack that's going on against sex workers has already cost lives and has already wrecked a lot of people's ability to take care of their families. So yeah, I want to focus on that and use that as a stepping stone to expand Pirate Party platform and activity into other areas concerned with open culture and putting people first.
I would personally have to say that immigration is a huge issue right now, as well as properly supporting our future, our schools, and our local communities. So I would like to see a lot more work being done on that front. I myself am planning on doing more work on that front very soon.
For right now, housing is a big one for me.
Yeah. Will?
Policing. I like it. I like the current state of it, or how it was before.